The headlines flicker across screens. Chinese Coast Guard deploys water cannons, Philippine supply ships blockaded, maritime militias swarm reefs. These are not isolated incidents, but part of a relentless pattern that has become all too familiar in recent years. These are not distant dispatches, they're the daily drumbeat of a growing crisis in the South China Sea, a region where every day brings new risks and new confrontations. Today, September 18, 2025, the waters are hotter than ever, and not just from the sun. Tensions simmer beneath the surface, threatening to boil over at any moment. A geopolitical storm is brewing, pulling nations into a vortex of claim and counterclaim. The world's attention is fixed on these contested waters, where the stakes are nothing less than regional stability and global trade. The Philippines stands at the heart of this storm, defending not just territory but survival, economic security, and national pride. For many Filipinos, these waters are a lifeblood, a source of food, jobs, and identity. Its exclusive economic zone, rich in fisheries and energy, is under constant pressure. Illegal fishing, resource grabs, and encroachment threaten livelihoods and the nation's future. The lifeline of its maritime trade feels increasingly fragile. Every ship that passes through these waters carries not just goods, but the hopes of a nation dependent on open sea lanes. Manila has been vocal on the world stage, seeking support and reaffirming its claims under international law. Diplomatic efforts have rallied allies and drawn global attention, but the challenges remain daunting. Yet diplomacy has limits. On the water, it's steel hulls and assertive maneuvers, a test of resolve demanding credible deterrence. The reality is that words alone cannot secure the nation's interests. The need for a modernized defense force has never been more urgent. The ability to respond quickly and decisively is now a matter of national survival. The armed forces of the Philippines' slow modernization has become a race against time. Outdated equipment and limited resources have left the country vulnerable in a rapidly changing security environment. The focus, air power, patrolling skies, projecting force, and responding swiftly are now fundamental requirements. Air superiority could be the difference between deterrence and disaster. The Philippine Air Force is at a crossroads, its current fleet struggling to meet the mission. Every sortie is a reminder of the urgent need for new capabilities. The search for a new multirole fighter jet is now the centerpiece of modernization, a decision with immense strategic weight. The right choice could redefine the nation's defense for decades to come. As the world watches, the Philippines prepares to make a choice that could tip the scales in the region. The outcome will shape not only the country's future, but the balance of power in the South China Sea for years ahead. In the skies above Thailand, a different kind of drama was unfolding during the Falcon Strike joint exercise, a significant event in the region's military calendar. The Royal Thai Air Force and China's PLADAF flew side by side, Chinese J-10Cs and Thailand's Western-built jets, showcasing a blend of Eastern and Western military technology. This year, the JAS-39 Gripen, a Swedish fighter long favored by the Philippines for its advanced capabilities, was a key participant in these exercises. Military drills aren't just about training, they're prime opportunities for intelligence gathering, where every move is scrutinized and analyzed. When jets engage in simulated combat, they emit electronic signals, radars searching, data links sharing, EW suites jamming, creating a complex web of electronic warfare. For China, flying with and against the Gripen was a golden opportunity to collect data on its performance and electronic signature, a chance to understand its strengths and weaknesses. Modern air forces thrive on electronic intelligence. Knowing an adversary's radar or data link can mean the difference between victory and defeat in aerial combat. The PLADAF's front-row seat to the Gripen systems in action is a priceless advantage, offering insights that could shift the balance of power. For the Philippines, this is deeply troubling, raising concerns about the security of their future fleet. The technological edge the Gripen promised may have been compromised before a single jet arrives, casting doubt on its future effectiveness. The PAF wanted a fighter to challenge more powerful adversaries. The Gripen's smart systems were meant to level the field, offering a strategic advantage. But if its secrets are exposed, its effectiveness is in doubt, potentially undermining the Philippines' defense strategy. The drills in Thailand have cast a long shadow over Manila's procurement plans, prompting serious reconsideration. An urgent reassessment is now underway as officials scramble to address the potential vulnerabilities exposed by these exercises. The JAS-39 Gripen, made by Saab, has long been a tantalizing prospect for the Philippine Air Force. Its appeal-smart, efficient design, advanced avionics, and powerful data links. The Gripen's low operational cost and ability to operate from short, dispersed runways make it ideal for the Philippines archipelago. Its electronic warfare suite and long-range missiles like the Meteor offer a force multiplier effect. Saab's package includes not just jets, but support and technology transfer, building local capacity. For these reasons, the Gripen has remained the frontrunner in the PAF's fighter competition. It represents a leap into 21st century air power, at least on paper. The core concern from Falcon Strike is the potential compromise of the Gripen's sensitive technologies. China could have gathered invaluable data on the Gripen's radar cross-section, making it easier to detect in combat. The Gripen's tactical advantage relies on its secure data link. If China analyzed its frequencies or encryption, they could jam or intercept communications. The jet's electronic warfare suite is also at risk. Observing its responses allows adversaries to fine-tune their own systems. Thailand didn't intend to share secrets, but exposure in joint exercises is almost unavoidable. China's investment in signals intelligence paid off with a rare chance to study a top Western fighter up close. The full extent of this intelligence coup may not be known for years. For Manila, the risk is immediate and real. If China understands the Gripen's capabilities, its deterrent value is eroded. The PAF could be flying jets whose weaknesses are already mapped by their most likely adversary. In a confrontation, Chinese forces could detect Gripens earlier, jam their data links, and exploit known vulnerabilities. The network-centric warfare advantage, the Gripen's key selling point, could be nullified. Advanced missiles like the Meteor rely on guidance data. If adversaries know how to jam the radar, the missile's effectiveness drops. If countermeasures are mapped, enemy missiles can ignore decoys, making the Gripen more vulnerable. The Philippines could invest billions, only to find its new jet's edge blunted. It's like buying a state-of-the-art security system, not knowing the burglar already has the blueprints. The result, a false sense of security and potential catastrophe in crisis. Manila must now weigh the Gripen's strengths against its exposed vulnerabilities. With the Gripen's security now in question, the Philippines must take a hard look at its main alternative, the American F-16 Viper, a fighter jet with a long and storied history in air combat. The decision is not just about performance, but about trust, reliability, and long-term partnership. The F-16 is a combat-proven workhorse, widely used by air forces around the world, and offers seamless interoperability with the US and regional allies. Its presence in multinational exercises demonstrates its adaptability and the strength of its support network. The latest Block 7070 variant features a world-class AESA radar, upgraded mission computers, and advanced cockpit displays, giving pilots a technological edge in both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. Its extensive global logistics network ensures reliable support and rapid access to spare parts, a crucial factor for any Air Force seeking to maintain high readiness and operational tempo. However, the F-16 is more expensive to operate and maintain, and it requires robust infrastructure, which can limit flexibility and rapid deployment across the scattered islands of the Philippine archipelago. In contrast, the Gripen's ability to operate from dispersed, austere locations and even improvised airstrips remains unmatched, offering a unique advantage in a geographically fragmented nation. The debate is clear: the F-16's proven combat record and tightly guarded secrets versus the Gripen's operational flexibility and now its potentially compromised edge. The US guards the F-16's most advanced systems with extreme caution. China has not had the same access as it reportedly has with the Gripen, making the F-16 a more secure option for sensitive missions. Manila must now ask itself, should it choose a secure, good enough fighter, or risk a perfect operational fit whose secrets may already be compromised? The stakes are high, and the decision is far from simple. The answer to this dilemma will shape the nation's air power, defense posture, and strategic independence for decades to come. In modern air combat, surprise is everything. The ability to detect and engage an adversary before they know you're there is the key to victory. Intelligence is the engine of surprise. Knowing the enemy's systems is as vital as having capable ones yourself. History proves this. Israel's 1982 Bekaa Valley victory was built on years of mapping enemy radars and communications. If China has detailed intelligence on the Gripen, they've stolen the element of surprise from the PAF. They can program sensors and jammers to target the Gripen's unique signature. The psychological impact is real. Pilots lose confidence, become more defensive, and tactical freedom erodes. The compromise isn't just technical, it's human. The very warriors tasked with defending the nation's skies may find themselves at a disadvantage. The stakes are not just about machines, but about the people who fly them. The Philippine defense decision is now a high-stakes exercise in risk management. The Gripen's low cost and flexibility are powerful arguments, but its compromised edge is a tangible threat. The value of a fighter jet plummets if its weaknesses are known. Should the Philippines prioritize a platform tailored to its needs, even if its edge is blunted, or opt for the more secure F-16? The F-16 offers deep U.S. interoperability and security, but at higher cost and less flexibility. This is not just a technical or financial decision, it's a strategic one. The choice will reflect Manila's threat assessment, confidence, and vision for its place in the region. Both paths carry risks and rewards. The Philippine Air Force is on final approach to a decision that will shape its destiny. The choice of a new fighter is the most significant military procurement in recent history. The Gripen, once the clear frontrunner, is now viewed through a lens of doubt. The question, is it still the best fighter for us, right now? The Philippines can still choose the Gripen, but must invest in countermeasures and adaptive tactics. Alternatively, pivoting to the F-16 would signal a strategic alignment with the U.S. and a more secure platform. Whatever the outcome, the decision will reverberate far beyond the Philippines, becoming a symbol of sovereignty and a critical piece in Southeast Asian security. This is not just about buying jets, it's about securing a future.